What's up, guys? It's Playboi Carti, and this is everything you need to know about me.
He went from the underground streets of Atlanta to becoming one of the most mysterious and influential artists of his generation. No rules, no explanations, just sound, style, and chaos. Loved by fans, questioned by critics, and impossible to ignore. This isn't just a rapper's story. This is the rise, the controversy, and the culture of Playboi Carti. From SoundCloud beginnings to redefining modern rap, this is the life of Jordan Terrell Carter. Before we get any further, let's back it up to the very start. But before that, kindly like this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Born September 13th, 1995 or 96 in Riverdale, Georgia, Jordan Terrell Carter grew up the youngest of two siblings in modest Mid-South surroundings. He attended North Springs Charter High School in Sandy Springs, but academic life didn't capture his interest. Instead, Jordan's passion lay in basketball and, unexpectedly, music. In an interview with The Fader, he recalled focusing on basketball during his youth, but eventually quit the sport following a disagreement with his coach. He then began dedicating more time to music, sometimes skipping class to record songs or work at an H&M. Carter developed an interest in music at a young age, first participating in choir, which he admitted he initially joined to meet girls but later found creatively inspiring. During his teenage years, he began rapping under the name Sir Cartier and recording songs influenced by Wiz Khalifa, Currency, and Odd Future, releasing projects and music videos that circulated locally in Atlanta. His earliest videos show him performing in South Atlanta strip malls and parking lots with friends, and he credited his older brother with introducing him to Gucci Mane and other Atlanta rappers who shaped his early style. Alongside music, Carter developed a strong interest in fashion. He recalled being among the first in his neighborhood to wear skinny jeans and ride a skateboard, drawing inspiration from punk aesthetics he observed at Atlanta's historic Fourth Ward skate park. He frequently shopped at thrift stores, experimenting with clothing that set him apart from peers, sometimes attracting ridicule for his unconventional style. At 18, he left Atlanta for New York City, where he lived with family and friends while further pursuing a music career. By 2011, under the alias Sir Cartier, he started uploading tracks on SoundCloud. His raw talent, eccentric fashion sense, and offbeat delivery caught attention. By 2013, he rebranded himself as Playboi Carti and expanded his reach by sharing his music on platforms like Newgrounds. In 2014, after meeting fellow Atlanta native Ethereal, a producer and member of the underground collective Awful Records, Carter soon joined the Awful roster. Carter credits Ethereal with helping him discover and develop his distinctive sound. As Carter committed to pursuing music full-time, he made the significant decision to relocate to New York City, where he temporarily stayed with a drug dealer he knew. During this time, he frequently encountered members of the influential ASAP mob, eventually meeting ASAP Bari, who introduced him to ASAP Rocky. This connection was instrumental in Carter's career, leading him to accompany Rocky on a trip to Texas, marking the beginning of his rise in the music industry. In 2015, Carter began attracting widespread attention with the release of his singles Broke Boy and Betty, featuring Dash and Maxo Cream. These tracks, shared on SoundCloud, quickly gained traction within the underground scene. And currently, Carter was actively collaborating with artists in Atlanta's burgeoning underground rap scene, including Uno the Activist, Tauxanban Fauni, Young Bans, Lil Yachty, as well as producers Mexico Dro and Icy Twat. In 2016, he officially signed to A$AP Rocky's AWGE imprint, a joint venture with Interscope Records. Later that year, he'd support A$AP Ferg on the Turnt and Burnt Tour and to co-headline the Left Right Tour alongside Lil Uzi Vert. Carter was featured on 2 tracks from A$AP Mob's debut studio album, Cozy Tapes Volume 1, Friends, released on October 31, 2016. He contributed to Telephone Calls, alongside A$AP Rocky, Tyler, the Creator, and Young Gleish, and appeared on London Town with A$AP Rocky and A$AP Ant. 2017 marked Playboi Carti's breakout year. His self-titled debut mixtape, led by chart toppers Magnolia and Woke Up Like This, feat. Lil Uzi Vert landed at number 1, 12 on Billboard 200, establishing him as a high-potential force in hip-hop. In 2018, he dropped Die Lit, which soared to number 3 on Billboard 200. Collaborations on the album included heavy hitters like Nicki Minaj, Young Thug, and Chief Keef. His energy, raw and unpredictable, set him apart. By 2020, Whole Lotta Red debuted at number 1, Carti's first album to top the chart. Critics praised his avant-garde style, and the album became a cult classic. In June 2023, Carter collaborated with The Weeknd and Madonna on the song Popular, which was originally released as the lead single for the cancelled soundtrack album The Idol Volume 1. In July 2023, Carter performed Pop Out, which later appeared on Music at Wireless Festival. Later that month, Carter appeared on Travis Scott's album Utopia on the track Fine. On March 10, 2021, just 3 months after Whole Lotta Red was released, Carter hinted at a new album on Instagram. By August 2021, he had revealed the album's title, Narcissist, and set a release date for September 13th, although the date ultimately passed without the album's release. In June 2021, Carter was featured on Pierre Bourne's Switching Lanes from his album The Life of Pierre 5 and Lil 1DTE's Homicide from his eponymous album. In August of the same year, he appeared on Abra's song Unlock It and contributed to several tracks on Kanye West's album Donda, including Off the Grid, Junya, and Junya PT2. In July 2022, Carter served as an executive producer for his signee, Ken Carson's album X. In March 2023, Carter performed an unreleased track at Rolling Loud, California. In September 2024, Carter released the single All Red, marking his first solo streaming release since 2020's A.K.K. Chane Keith. Later that month, Carter collaborated with The Weeknd on the song Timeless as the lead single for Weeknd's album Hurry Up Tomorrow. On December 15, 2024, Carter performed at Rolling Loud in Miami. He had announced weeks prior that he intended to play music during his 1 hour and 15-minute set. Ultimately, he played 5 new songs. In March 2025, Carter released his third studio album, Music, after following teasers by Spotify. It became his second consecutive #1 record on the Billboard 200, with 290,000 album-equivalent units sold in its first week. He continued pushing boundaries with tracks like Fine with Travis Scott, Carnival with Kanye West and Ty Dolla $ign, and 2025's Music, which earned him another #1 album and produced hits like Evil Jordan. In August 2025, Carter announced the Antagonist Tour, with support from Opium signees Ken Carson, Destroy Lonely, the duo Homicide Gang, and affiliate Apollo Red One. Carter is recognized for his unique vocal delivery, often described as a baby voice technique that captures attention with its high-pitched, unclear pronunciations. He has used this technique on popular songs such as Almeida with Solange, Earthquake with Tyler, the Creator, and Pissy Pamper with Young Nudie and Pierre Bourne. After the release of Whole Lotta Red, he has also experimented with various metal-inspired vocalizations, such as his coarse, deep voice, first being displayed on the song Mr. Miyagi with Kanye West and Future, the collaborative single Type Shit with Future, Metro Boomin, and Scott, and Camila Cabello's I Love It, and later appearing on Carter's third album, Music. Playboi Carti's mystique isn't accidental, it's essential to his brand. He rarely gives interviews, preferring that his art and vibes speak. His fashion leans gothic and avant-garde. He coined his fan base Vamps, extending his aesthetic into loyal fandom. Protected behind high gates, with Chucky dolls in lounging rooms and fans barred from access, Carti cultivates his persona through contrast, luxury wrapped in the eerie. The New York Times noted that Carter's style seems to emphasize performance and persona over conventional rapping skills, allowing him to create a captivating experience for listeners. His aesthetic choices often incorporate satanic imagery and vampire influences. What does a net worth look like for an artist who started dropping tracks on SoundCloud in 2015 and by 2025 has seen his wealth skyrocket? As of 2025, Carti's net worth is commonly estimated at around $9 million, according to ComingSoon.net, Afrotech, and Celebrity Net Worth. Other credible outlets like CEO Column, Net Worth Tester, and Worth Classy estimate it between $10 million and $15 million. Some even peg it at a solid $12 million. In today's economy, streaming is a major revenue source. Industry benchmarks estimate 3 to 5 cents per stream, and Carti's millions of monthly listeners and hundreds of millions of plays translate into $2 to $3 million per year from streaming alone. Royalties, with hit singles like Magnolia, 150 million Spotify streams, and Woke Up Like This. Royalties from both digital and physical sales contribute significantly. Touring is his biggest cash driver. Reports suggest he pulls $300,000 to $500,000 per show. With global tours and festival appearances, he's raking in several million annually. Carti extends his brand into fashion, collaborations with Adidas, luxury houses, and his own opium label, launching artists like Ken Carson. And merch line earn him a six-figure income from endorsements and apparel. Exclusive merch drops tied to album cycles and tours generate additional hundreds of thousands annually. Carti lives large. His assets reflect his wealth. Let's move on to his real estate and his car collection. As fame and fortune rolled in, Carti invested in a lavish residence, his jewel in suburban Atlanta. Around 2024, he purchased a $4.5 million brick estate in the prestigious Tuxedo Park neighborhood. The estate spans a staggering 14,887 square feet, with 6 bedrooms and 12 bathrooms, presenting a balance of grandeur and comfort. Classical architectural elements like a symmetrical facade, columned entryway, and meticulously landscaped grounds define its exterior. Inside, amenities such as high ceilings, projection screen lounge areas, and custom decor, including Gothic accents and restoration hardware finishes, blend luxury with Carti's signature style. Privacy was paramount. The mansion is tucked behind dense trees and gated walls, surrounded by silence and security. Carti once described it as a compound, somewhere outside his hometown in Atlanta, a refuge from relentless fame. But as his fan base grew, even this fortress wouldn't remain secret. In 2024, obsessive fans discovered Carti's address and even sent flowers to his mother's doorstep. Alarmed by the breach, Carti admitted, "I'm very blessed, but it is frustrating because that's where we have to lay our heads." Following multiple doxing incidents, he was forced to move, abandoning his Atlanta sanctuary for an even more secretive location. Carti's mansion is far more than real estate. It's an extension of his aesthetic. One room, described as a plush lounge, featured a sectional sofa, pull-down projection screen, a giant mirror, a lurking Chucky doll, and an assistant rolling blunts. It felt more like a creative sanctuary than a traditional home. This blend of luxury and eerie mystique reflected Carti's artistic vision, bold, cryptic, and unconfined. Carti's relocation underscores a recurring challenge for modern celebrities, balancing visibility with security. His next home? Likely deeper into Georgia's secluded enclaves, under tighter confidentiality, maybe without public record. Despite this, one constant remains. Carti's homes echo his image: private, lavish, and hauntingly stylish. Carti's home wouldn't be complete without a garage stocked with elite vehicles. From every corner of the world of supercars and exotics, from McLarens to Rolls-Royces to Lamborghinis, Carti's fleet is jaw-dropping. A 2025 feature reported he has the following cars in his fleet. First up, the Lamborghini Aventador, a raging bull priced at $417,000. 730 horsepower, V12 engine, 0 to 60 in 2.9 seconds. This isn't a car, it's a declaration of dominance. Next, the McLaren 720S, a British masterpiece at $299,000. Twin-turbo V8, 710 horsepower, and a design that slices through air like a blade. Luxury whispers in the Rolls-Royce Wraith, worth $343,000. A car for nights when Carti trades chaos for calm. Floating through Atlanta streets in absolute silence. The Bentley Bentayga at $177,000 blends brute force with elegance for family drives or just flexing at the valet. The G63 AMG, a rugged icon at $156,000, screams status. Carti's go-to for cruising when the streets demand attention. The BMW i8, worth $147,000, is Carti's nod to the future. Hybrid power wrapped in sci-fi curves. The Audi R8, a supercar with everyday manners, and the Porsche Cayenne, a luxury SUV for practicality without compromise. Back in 2023, Rerev estimated his collection around $1.2 million, then featuring 4 high-end rides, including Rolls-Royce Cullinan, $400,000, Lamborghini Huracan, $309,000, and Ferrari 488 GTB, $255,000. Urban Splatter added a 2018 Mercedes-Benz G550 into the mix, pushing the car collection's valuation over $1.5 million. From Aventador aggression to Rolls-Royce serenity, Carti's garage is more than metal. It's a manifesto. Every car, a verse in his song of success. Personal life. Early in his career, Carter was romantically involved with Ruby Rose, a model and rapper who rose to fame after appearing in the music video for Bad and Bougie by Migos. He allegedly fired a gun in the air after Rose hid his phones from him before he was due to board a flight. Carter argues his intention was not to shoot Rose. They broke up after Carter allegedly cheated on her. In 2017, he briefly dated American model Black China. Later in 2018, Carter began dating Australian rapper Iggy Azalea, whom he met while he was overseas on tour. In December 2018, they moved in together in the Buckhead neighborhood of Atlanta. They split in December 2019. In 2020, Azalea gave birth to Carter's first child, a son, Onyx. In December that year, Azalea accused him of missing their son's birth and cheating on her. Onyx is now 4 years old and living privately in the Los Angeles area. As of 2020, Carter has not signed their son's birth certificate. In December 2023, Carter revealed in a song that he welcomed a daughter named Eve at age 27, confirming both publicly and on Instagram. Though details about Eve are scarce, Carti raps lines like, "I was 24 when I had Lil Onyx, then I had a daughter. I had a daughter too, 27 when I had Eve. Now I can finally sleep." Carter suffers from asthma. Like many celebrities, Playboi is not exempted from his own share of legal troubles. In 2017, Carter was arrested for domestic battery. In January 2019, Carter was convicted and fined £800 for assaulting his tour bus driver at an incident that took place in February 2018 in Gretna, Scotland. In April 2020, Carter was arrested on gun and drug-related charges in Clayton County, Georgia. After Carter was stopped by police for having an expired tag on his Lamborghini, authorities found 12 bags of marijuana, 3 guns, Xanax, codeine, and oxycodone. After an altercation between Carter and the police, he and another man named Jaylon Tucker were arrested and taken to Clayton County Jail. Carter was charged for expired tags, possession of marijuana, and improperly passing an emergency vehicle. The following morning, Carter was released on bond. On September 21, 2022, Carter was arrested for reckless driving. Footage of the incident was released on January 9, 2024. It was reported by TMZ on February 14, 2023, that Carter had been arrested on December 29, 2022, on a felony assault charge after allegedly choking his girlfriend, who was 14 weeks pregnant. Carter was released on bond a day after his arrest. It was reported on July 15, 2025, that Carter was denied entry to Canada, forcing the cancellation of scheduled opening acts for the Weeknd on July 15th, 16th, and 19th. The shows were otherwise scheduled to continue. On October 2, 2025, Carter was charged with assault after allegedly punching his limousine driver, Carl Reynolds, in the face while on tour in Utah. By 2025, at just 29 years old, Carti has already achieved more than many dream of: multiple #1 albums, a strong net worth, luxury assets, and fatherhood. His fan base eagerly awaits his next chapter. Carti teased music, released in early 2025, and hinted at a new project titled I Am the Music. Whether through experimental beats, cryptic visuals, or lavish lifestyle, Carti's influence resonates, as much what he reveals as what he conceals. Jordan Terrell Carter, alias Playboi Carti, transformed from a suburban kid skipping class to a chart-topping artist, label founder, father of two, and owner of a secretive multi-million-dollar compound and adrenaline-fueled garage. His story: a tightrope walk between shadows and spotlight, between whisper and roar. What lies next? His music says it best: the only constant is evolution. That's the story so far, but the legacy is far from finished. Hit that like button, share this video, subscribe for more music stories, and let me know in the comments. What do you think Playboi Carti's next era will look like? Thanks for joining us, and see you in the next video.